Hey everyone, this is Raymond from Traveling Foodie, and today we're in Collingwood, Ontario with my good friend Brennan from Auvergne on the Move.
Yeah, I'm over on the move here with Traveling Foodie, Collingwood.
And we're spending the day to check out a bunch of different places, and we have an amazing dinner that we've booked. We're so excited for it. It's a tasting menu, so come follow along. So we're here on our first stop, and it's at Harbor Street Fish Bar, and they're known for seafood obviously, so I can't wait to try them.
Here we have, to start, the seafood chowder, which is perfect for the winter. It's nice and hearty with shellfish and all kinds of other seafood, such as the fish. And we have the bam bam shrimp to share. As you can see, a beautiful glaze with the sesame on top of the bam bam shrimp.
It's nice and crispy. I like that it's still very crispy even with the sauce. The sauce is really nice, it's not overpowering. It's not too sweet, so it's got a nice balance. Like, try it. Hey guys, so we just got the halibut and chips. Look how massive this is. Can't wait to dig in. It's beer battered, lots of chips, and it looks very crispy, so can't wait.
Oh my god, this is a gigantic fish, halibut. And you can see how big it is and how crispy, golden batter it is, lightly batter. I'm just gonna cut it in half, and you can see super fresh. Very juicy inside. Let me get my first dip. Nice and juicy. You can feel the heat coming in. The fish inside is so juicy, fresh, and nicely battered, crispy. Amazing.
Hey guys, so when you're in Collingwood, you'll also want to check out Millennium Park. This is the most northerly point of historic Collingwood Harbor. And you'll also see the Grains Terminal, which is a historic landmark based on the history of Collingwood being in the grain trade. And here you also have scenic views of the Nottawasaga Bay. Okay, so we're walking on the streets of downtown Collingwood, and we're checking out a place that Auvergne really wants to go to.
It's called 1858 Caesar Bar. I mean, you can check out a lot of craft brewery, a lot of winery, but how often you get to check out a Caesar Bar with Caesar flights? I'm super excited. It's amazing of Caesar flight here, 4 different kinds. I'm gonna try this one. It's special with a dry fruit. Wow. It's good heat, some spice on it, very refreshing, nice and cold. Dry fruit really helps bring a little bit of sweetness and hit the conflict of the spiciness of this Caesar. Cheers.
Hey guys, so we're now here at Thornbury Craft Cider and Brewery, and they have these really cool igloos. So we'll see if we're able to get a spot there.
Open sesame.
Hey guys, so we got pretty lucky and we were able to snag a spot at this igloo dome. It's very cozy and there's a heater as well, so it's nice and warm. What's up guys, so we're here at Thornbury Craft Cider and we got 2 different flights. So this one here is the Craft Clark Wins. It's a bunch of their different award-winning ciders, and this one here is the Clark Force 1. Try them out. Hey guys, so we're here at the Blue Mountain Village for the Holiday Magic at Blue, and you can see it's pretty snowy here today, so the visibility is kind of low, but it's still nice to see all the lights and all the magic that you can see in this village. Hey guys, so this is the Blue Mountain Ski Hill. It's super low visibility right now, so it's very scary if you're skiing. So we took shelter at Northwind's Brew Pub. I've been to their Collingwood location before for their food, but now I'm here to try their beer so that we can warm up before dinner. So here's a flight that we ordered, and cheers! Hey guys, so we're here at the Pine Restaurant. So it's the main event for today's trip in Collingwood. It's a 10-seater restaurant, $135 per person for around 20 courses of tasting menu. I'm so excited. So I got here the Purple Sways cocktail.
All right, so this is the first course of the evening here. This is the beetroot bakwa. So bakwa is like a traditional style Macanese turkey.
So they said to eat with one bite. Here it is.
All right, so this is your next course here. This is the chadan. We've added a bit of a deviled tea aioli on top with some amaranth and a bit of paprika, like your traditional deviled egg garnish. You can pick this up with your hands, one bite, and enjoy.
So this is a little tartlet that's made out of sunchoke. So you have a sunchoke tartlet, then you have a sweet potato puree in the bottom, and you have a little bit of a tudo which is like kind of like an al dente potato almost, with some Szechuan spices. Kind of like the first few, the best way to eat it is just in one bite. Dig in.
With lion's mane mushroom and oat flour, made a little meatball out of it. So on the top you have a little tare made from sous vide egg yolk and a little bit of soy and mirin. On top of that also you have a little facing heaven chili emulsion and some frill mushrooms. A fried milk course, it's inspired by kind of a typical Chinese dessert. We did it in more of a savory application, so we have a little bit of soy milk that's steeped with lovage. And then we just fry lightly with a little bit of sweet potato starch. On top you have a little puree of fermented pumpkin and pear, and then some dried calendula as well.
Okay.
You want to eat this in one bite.
One bite? Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Enjoy, be careful. A little chicken skin XO sauce, some lightly pickled vegetables, and some green radish.
Okay.
And then in here we keep a little fermented tomato juice.
Oh, so there are more use on this.
Yeah. You have on the top it's been dusted with a little lacinato kale and dill powder. Underneath that you have some crispy goma cabbage. Underneath that you have a little flowering cauliflower, it's just been roasted lightly. Little tortilla cheese dressing, some kaviaki, and then juniper and gin cured red spring salmon from Misi.
So this is the next course here. It's inspired by banh xeo from Vietnam. We have a rosette here that we make with beets and sunchoke. Inside is a sea scallop, sea buckthorn, and spruce catkin caper salad. Over here is spinach leaf and a nok chom sauce made from fermented chili. So the idea here is to take the leaf, pick up the rosette and put it in the leaf, put some sauce on it, and you're basically creating like a taco or a wrap. It might get a little messy, but that's all part of the fun. Enjoy.
This is the oyster and the oyster thief. It's a little kind of play on words. You have a little oyster blade tartare, also known as flat iron. Okay. You have a little oyster thief dressing, a little bit of dust oyster thief as well. Some chips made from puffed oysters, and then some pickled pink oyster mushroom and sweet potato leaf stem.
So we have a piece of milk bread here. It's been toasted, and on top we have a foie gras ganache. The little sour prune marmaletta on top. We like to think of it as like a savory ice cream sandwich, and it's best enjoyed with your hands. Cheers.
Thank you.
This is the carrot brown butter japsa. So essentially this is a little dumpling, kind of like rolled into a tortellini with a bit of carrot and brown butter puree in the middle. We have a bit of chives as well, and a raw ginger vinegar spritz on top. You can take this gold spoon here and use that to scoop it out of the vessel and onto your plate, and then enjoy.
So this is a refresh course. It's made from frost grapes, also known as riverbank grapes, and roses. Okay, so this is the swan tang yu. It's a kind of Guizhou style sour fish soup. On the bottom you have a tomato broth that we cook rainbow trout in. A little bit of salsa verde, some ginger syrup, wild ginger syrup, and then underneath that you have some winter melon that's been cooked with fermented mustard greens.
The Mao breast. This is Szechuan inspired. We have some peanuts, heart nut, which is grown in Ontario. This is a quail breast, a little bit of chili, and scallion on top of an oat porridge to kind of mimic rice. We don't grow a lot of rice here in Ontario, so the oats kind of mimic that idea. We have a little bit of pumpkin puree on the side there. Enjoy.
So this is the second half of the dish. It's called Latzi legs, so inspired by Guizhou and Malachi. We have a little quail legs. Just lightly fried. You have a little latzi sauce over top and some clover as well. You almost want to eat it like it's a chicken wing.
So this is like an ice cream sandwich here, and I'll get to that. So to start, we have a grape, like a Concord grape flavored pancake, kind of as your ice cream sandwich top. Then we have a sweet potato and sea buckthorn ice cream. with some black pumpkin seeds that have been roasted with some honey and buckwheat. And then there's a little bit of a Concord grape jam on the side there. So what you want to do is like think of it like an ice cream sandwich, kind of peel back the paper there and then dip it in the jam and then eat it. Enjoy, guys. This is the Hong Kong, or HKFT, so that stands for Hong Kong style French toast. So in Hong Kong they do French toast a little bit differently than we do it here. They use milk bread and they deep fry it in a wok. We don't have a wok here, but we do have a deep fryer and milk bread. So on the bottom there, we have a bit of sweet milk. Then we have some dulce de leche, which is a caramelized condensed milk. But a bit more condensed milk on top, and then a grated salt-cured egg yolk. The way that you eat this is you bring the entire bowl to your face, and then you kind of spoon it in that way, if you will. Enjoy, guys.
Last thing for today, the mignardise, okay? So here you have a little beetroot meringue with a little Saskatoon berry jam. This one here is a little apple leather with osmanthus. And then this one is a little candy of mushroom caramel with a little sea salt as well. That's it. Enjoy. This part, don't eat.
Okay.
It's just beeswax, okay?
Oh, okay.